In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 breakthrough technologies. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Let's start. Number 1. Smart robot. Statistically significant. Through self-learning, machines are learning to deal with the real world. When robots learn to interact with the real world, they will be able to truly free human hands. Although the idea of replacing human labor with machines has been circulating for a long time, industrial robots remain incredibly stupid at the moment. Even if the robot can repeat the same action on the assembly line indefinitely while maintaining ultra-high accuracy, if the target object is moved a small amount or replaced with a different part, it is immediately game over. Robots can now be repeatedly trained in virtual space and eventually learn to handle the objects in front of them, despite the fact that they cannot do the same as humans and understand how to pick them up after seeing them. Dactyl, an AI system developed by OpenAI, a non-profit organization based in San Francisco, has successfully manipulated a robotic hand to flexibly flip a Rubik's Cube. Through reinforcement learning, this set of neural network software can teach the robot to grasp and turn the Rubik's Cube in a simulated environment before allowing the robot hand to perform the actual operation. As it approaches the final goal, the software will make random attempts at first, then gradually strengthen the connection within the network. There are still numerous challenges in making robots more flexible at this time. Future robots may be able to learn to assemble electronic products, place tableware in the dishwasher, and even lift a bedridden person from their bed if researchers can make effective use of this learning method. Number 2. New wave of nuclear energy. Don't you think you need to explain why this thing is so cool? The energy problem will be solved once and for all if we succeed in breaking through to nuclear fusion. China is also a significant player in this group. New types of nuclear reactors have made significant progress in the last year, making nuclear energy safer and more affordable. The following items are included in the development of new reactors. Small modular reactor nuclear fusion reactor breakthrough by subverting the traditional design of the 4th generation nuclear fission reactor. 4th generation nuclear fission reactor developers, such as Terrestrial Energy in Canada and TerraPower in Washington, have begun to form R&D partnerships with power companies, with the goal of achieving grid-connected power generation by the 2020s. This estimate may be somewhat optimistic. Number 3. Preterm birth prediction. A simple blood test can predict whether or not a pregnant woman is at risk of having a premature baby by predicting preterm birth. Researchers have started testing the DNA of tumor cells from the blood and using blood tests to conduct prenatal screening for Down syndrome and other diseases in pregnant women in the last few years. These tests rely on genetic mutations in the DNA being discovered. RNA, on the other hand, is a molecular substance that controls gene expression and can determine the amount of protein produced by a gene. It is possible to identify women who are likely to give birth prematurely by sequencing free-floating RNA in the mother's blood and screening for fluctuations in the expression of 7 genes linked to premature birth. Doctors can take steps to prevent premature birth and give the child a better chance of survival once they have been informed. Number 4. Intestinal microcapsule. Environmental intestinal dysfunction, EID, is potentially one of the most costly diseases you've never heard of. This disease is widely spread in poor countries and is characterized by intestinal inflammation, intestinal leakage, and nutrient malabsorption. This is one of the reasons why so many people in these areas are malnourished, stunted, and never reach their full potential. Nobody knows what causes EID, and nobody knows how to prevent or treat it. Methods of detection that are both practical and effective are on the horizon. At the moment, the only option is to anesthetize the patient and insert an endoscope into the throat. This method is costly, inconvenient, and not always effective. As a result, Guillermo Tierney, a pathologist and engineer at MGH, developed a small device that can detect EID symptoms and even perform a tissue biopsy. It is much easier to use than an endoscope in the basic health inspection process. Number 5. Custom cancer vaccine. Scientists are currently at a critical juncture in the commercialization of the first customized vaccine. If the effect is as expected, the vaccine will cause the human immune system to recognize it through the tumor's unique mutation, effectively preventing the development of various cancers. Moreover, unlike traditional chemotherapy, Vaccines use the body's natural defense system to selectively kill tumor cells while causing minimal damage to healthy cells. Number 6. Artificial meat burger. According to UN estimates, the world's population will reach 9.8 billion in 2050, with rising levels of population wealth. However, this is bad for climate change because once people get out of poverty and become wealthy, they tend to eat more meat. Humans will eat 70% more meat in 2050 than they did in 2005, according to estimates. Raising animals for human consumption has been proven to be one of the most environmentally damaging activities. A pound of meat protein produced using Western industrial methods requires 4 to 25 times more water, 6 to 17 times more land, and 6 to 20 times more fossil fuel than the equivalent amount of vegetable protein, depending on the animal species. The issue is that people are unlikely to immediately stop eating meat. To put it another way, laboratory-grown artificial meat and plant-based meat could be the most environmentally friendly options. In the laboratory, artificial meat is created by extracting muscle tissue from animals and culturing it in a bioreactor. Although the final product's taste could be improved, it looks almost identical to the meat we eat on a regular basis. Number 7. Capture carbon dioxide. Even if current carbon dioxide emissions are reduced, the warming effect caused by greenhouse gases will last for thousands of years. The United Nations Climate Change Committee has concluded that the world will need to remove up to 1 trillion ton of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere in this century to prevent temperatures from rising to dangerous levels. Nowadays, a technique known as direct air capture, DAC, has the potential to reduce the cost of capturing carbon dioxide by machines to under $100 per ton. Number 8. Wearable electrocardiograph. Smartwatches that monitor ECGs have been released. They offer the convenience of wearable devices while also providing accuracy comparable to medical equipment. AliveCore, a Silicon Valley startup, has released an Apple Watch-compatible wristband that can detect atrial fibrillation, which is a common cause of blood clots and stroke. Apple released the Apple Watch with electrocardiogram, ECG, functionality last year, and the feature has since received FDA approval. Following that, Withings, a health equipment company, announced plans to release a watch with an ECG function. The wearable ECG monitoring device has only one sensor at this time, whereas the real ECG device has 12 sensors. Currently, there is no wearable device that can diagnose heart disease, but this situation could soon change. Number 9. Toilet without sewer. Approximately 2.3 billion people around the world do not have access to adequate sanitation. People dump their feces in nearby ponds and streams due to a lack of sanitary toilets, causing bacteria, viruses, and parasites to spread, resulting in diarrhea and cholera. Diarrhea kills 1 out of every 9 children around the world. Researchers are currently working on a new type of toilet that will not only treat feces but will also decompose it, making it affordable for developing countries. Bill Gates established the X Award in 2011 after posing the challenge of reinventing the toilet. Several teams have used the designed toilet prototype since the start of the competition. There is no need to send feces to a distant treatment plant with a large amount of water because they are all treated on site. As a result, the current challenge is to figure out how to make these toilets less expensive and more adaptable to communities of various sizes. Number 10. Real AI assistant that can chat. Artificial intelligence assistants have become commonplace. Voice assistants for smart speakers, Siri setting the alarm on your phone, but they are not truly intelligent, and they are a bit mentally retarded. All of this, however, is improving. The OpenAI and Google teams are working hard, and you might believe that the AI in Xiaomi phones can already communicate with you on a continuous basis. Everything is moving forward. These advancements, combined with a more advanced speech synthesis system, enable us to move beyond simply giving instructions to artificial intelligence assistants and begin conversing with them. They will be capable of handling daily tasks such as taking minutes at meetings, researching information, and shopping online. Many people in China are becoming accustomed to Xiaomi, which is owned by Alibaba. Xiaomi can assist you in negotiating with customers and communicating with the courier brother over the phone. What do you think about our video? Do you want to add any other research in this list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.